What's happening, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I was just checking. I was just checking if my mic's working. So watch this. I flicked it with my finger. The microphone's working real well. Anyways, that's should I take that off? Probably. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. It's just another day in paradise. Living the dream. Just living the dream. You ever I bet a lot of you have a job or worked at a job where you ask how they're doing or how you're doing today, and they're like, "Oh, I'm living the dream." And it's just like a backwards way of saying, "Oh, dude, I'm doing pretty crappy. It's kind of sucks, really. This job, I don't want to be here. Uh, get me out of here. Get me out of here now." You know, it's like a way for people to say that they're not content or happy with what's going on with their life. And it's kind of sucks, right? Kind of sucks that that's the case. And maybe that's just a way that you have to kind of like fool yourself into thinking, or fool yourself into being happy. And maybe perhaps that is the 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 things that you have to do. Well, anyways, I didn't really have anything I wanted to talk about today. I'm boring, dude. I am boring. Like I do the same things every day, and it's like it is like just wake up, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, go to bed, right? Like everyone has that. Like I think I imagine it's like you wake up, you go to work, go home, go to sleep. Um, there was an episode of Leave It to Beaver that I recently watched. Yeah, that's right. I've been binge watching Leave It to Beaver on Amazon. But there was an episode on there that I watched recently, and they asked the class, Leave It to Beaver's class, what they all wanted to be when they grew up, or when they became adults. And obviously it was like, I want to be a president, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an architect or whatever. And Beaver was like, I think I want to be a writer, you know? And so Beaver tells his parents and Wally that what happened in class today at dinner, and he says that they asked them this question, what they would like to be when they grew up, and he said, "I want to be a writer." And they were all very intrigued by that, because they thought, "Well, you didn't ever express any interest in that until now. What gives?" And he said, "Well, I figured I like making up stories, and I like watching movies and seeing those stories. Why not write those stories?" And they thought that was just fine, you know. And Beaver's dad was like, "Well, some writers have a journal and they write about their day. You might want to consider writing about your day." And Beaver was like, "Well, gee, I don't have a journal. Where can I get one?" And his dad was like, "Well, I will get you a journal after work. I'll pick you up a journal after work, and then I will drop it off, and you can start writing about your day." And so his dad comes home one day with a journal, and he decides to start writing about his day. And Beaver just it was very simple. Beaver would write in his journal, like, woke up, walked to school, had lunch, went home. And then that was his journal, his journal entry for the day. And then the next day was like, woke up, walked to school, had lunch, went home. And next day was like, woke up, walked to school, had lunch, went walked back home. And then the next day was like, woke up, walked to school, had lunch, got into fight, went home. And the next day was like, woke up, walked to school, had lunch. And then it got more, stood on bridge to see what it was like to stand on bridge. Got off bridge because I was getting scared or something like that. And then it just got more and more outlandish. And his parents were like, they eavesdropped on his journal. They found out that he was supposedly doing all these crazy things. And it turns out he wasn't doing any of these crazy things because his day, he found out that his days were super boring. They were just him going to school and coming back home. And so he decided to make his days more exciting by writing outlandish things that he did. And so that's what my day's like. Without like, I don't do anything cool, like nothing fancy. I just wake up, do adult things, and go to bed, essentially. I'm not going to be like those influencers or streamers or whatever that like make it outlandish. Like, my day going to Dairy Queen, and then they like, oh, we had this amazing. What drives me nuts about those individuals, like you see them show their life and they document their life, and then they exaggerate their things that they do. Like, oh, I woke up and I did my morning routine, which was like 15 minutes of meditation, and then and mindfulness, and like 5 minutes of journaling, and then I made sure to message one person that was very important to me, and then I went to my favorite coffee shop down the road and got myself a double macchiato or whatever it is, and they showed the double macchiato, and then they show the video of them. They show them holding a double macchiato, like, oh, it's my go-to drink to have every morning. And then they have like they talk about. Then I went to work and I just crushed it. And then at lunch they went to like some fancy lunch. Like, this is what they do every day. They go to fancy lunches every day, and then they go back to their work and they crush it some more. And then after work, they're not tired by BU. They're not tired at all. They're like super pumped. They're not tired after they crush the day. They go do some after work party or soiree, where they're like studying this or they're doing that. Like, oh, then after that I went to my cooking class. Then after that I took my jujitsu class, and then I took my kids to this wonderful play place, all within 30 minutes. Like, they just the timeline for all of it, this makes no sense, right? So I'm not going to do that because it's pretty basic. I woke up at 5 o'clock, hit the snooze button, took a shower, and I worked on my own little side hustle business, and then I made breakfast for the family. Then I went to the library, and then I went home after the library. What did I do when I got home? Yeah, I don't know what I did after that. I think I may have took a nap. I may have took a nap or something. I may have got like tired or something, or it may have been there was a whole lot of nothing. How about that? A whole lot of nothing happened between now and that, between like getting home from the library and now doing this video or recording this audio. Anyways, I think that's it. I got nothing to say. I'm just living the dream. Are you living the dream? Tell me how badly you are living the dream in the comment section. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will be doing some more drawing in the future, because that's what I do. Draw, make semi pro, draw, make meteor. I draw and I make mediocre, like semi podcast style vlogs about what I'm thinking about at that time of day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers, my friends. You all rock.